What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you today from Project X in the Rack in Robertsdale, Alabama. This is my home gym. Here to talk to you today about abs. Dispel some of the myths, tell some of the truths, and just kind of give you a better understanding, of how to get abs. So, a lot of people think that the way to get abs is just doing thousands of crunches, thousands of sit-ups. How many sit-ups do I have to do to get abs? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a marathon runner's physique? These guys always have a shredded six-pack. Do you think these guys are sitting there doing hundreds or thousands of crunches and abs? Absolutely not. The way to get abs, visible abs, is to be in a caloric deficit. What do marathon runners do? They run. They run a lot and they eat a little. These guys are usually very light, very thin, very low body fat percentages, sub 10, sub 8, sub 7% body fat. When you get to these levels, your abs are going to be visible. You, the guy or girl watching this video right now, you already have abs. They're just not visible. So the question isn't about getting abs, it's getting them to show. So, the best way to do this is through a caloric deficit. So, eat less, move more, or a combination thereof. So, the way to get abs is not through doing thousands of crunches. Don't get me wrong, if you want a stronger core, crunches are great for that. Sit-ups are great for that. If you want more abdominal stamina for whatever reason, that's a great way to do it, through planks, through, sit-ups, push-ups, all these things that multiple repetitions, high repetitions. But these are not gonna make your abs more visible. There's been many exhaustive studies into, can you spot reduce fat? Meaning, if I do a lot of abs, is it going to reduce the fat on my abs? The studies have concluded that it is an immeasurable amount. Not to say that it does absolutely nothing, but that they can't even measure the amount of difference. So, does it make any difference? Maybe, possibly. Is it going to be the thing that makes your abs show? Absolutely not. Now, a lot of people will say, but should I train my abs? Look, if you want to be stronger, if you want to have, a more powerful physique and you don't want to leave anything out, sure, train your abs. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with training abs. Now, what if you want, a lot of people think that, well, if I do more abs, I'll get a smaller waist. On top of the caloric deficit, if I, grow my abs, if I make them stronger, my waist is going to get smaller. That is also not true. If you're going to make your muscles larger, that is going to grow your waist size, not make your waist size smaller. Take, for instance, strongmen and power lifters. These guys have some of the strongest cores in the world, but not the smallest waist. I mean, they have, infinitesimal abdominal strength, but yet they don't have small waist, because larger muscles is not going to give you a smaller waist. Now, if you grow your abs much larger, they may become visible at a higher body fat percentage. But doing thousands of crunches, doing low repetitions, if you wanted to get your chest bigger, are you gonna do sets of 100 push-ups day after day after day after day to grow your chest larger? Absolutely not. You're going to want to do something in a lower rep range that's going to be more, create more hypertrophy. You're going to do, bench press for 8 to 10 reps, sets. Do it a couple times a week, maybe 2, maybe 3 times a week. You're going to do heavy weight. The same thing if you want to actually make your ab muscles larger. Have you ever seen like an NFL player, they'll have on possibly, like an Under Armour shirt, and you'll actually see their abs popping through? Now, they don't have the low body fat percentage like a marathon runner, but you may actually see some of their visible abs. That's because they have grown and strengthened through hypertrophy larger abdominals. Now, that doesn't mean, that's not gonna give them a smaller waist. That's not going to have your abs show with still having a 20-30% body fat percentage, but it does make them visible at a slightly higher percentage. But to do this, you're gonna need to do like weighted abdominal exercises, you know, some of which with machines, or doing, you know, the GHDs with weights, just actually something in the lower rep ranges and doing them a couple of times a week and creating hypertrophy, allowing your muscles to recover for a couple of days, coming back and hitting them again and staying consistent with it. So, to dispel the myths, are abs made in the gym or in the kitchen? The short answer is, making visible abs, the easiest way to do it is to make them in the kitchen or doing cardio. A caloric deficit is the way to get your abs visible. You already have the abs. To get them visible, you just have to reduce your body fat levels. And body fat comes off in the order that it was put on. Generally, the last place that we lose body fat as we get leaner and leaner and leaner is around the abs and is around the hips and thigh area. So that's gonna be the last area to come off, and around the back here. But all of this area is the last place, the first place we put on fat, and it's the last place for it to come off. So you're going to have to get lean. You're gonna have to suffer. You're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to diet, and you're gonna need to do cardio in order to get your abs to show. So, you know, are abs made in the kitchen? Yes, or they can be made on the track, so to speak, you know, through cardio. But either way, a caloric deficit is a way to get your abs visible. If you want to get them larger, then you're going to need to treat them like any other muscle group. And through hypertrophy training, you're going to grow the muscles actually larger than they are. So if you like the video, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos, and leave a comment for the algorithm. Remember, I don't do this by myself. We get better together. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.